Farm News Media presents Farm News 5.
Spartan Wood Sow Farm welcomed visitors to their open house. The Natural Resources Commission has created a CWD task force. And Michigan Ag Commodities' Chris Betts will bring us a market outlook. I'm Janelle Brose, and this is Farm News 5, a 5-minute look at the week's top agricultural news.
Farm News 5 is brought to you by Ford.
Spartan Wood Sow Farm near Bronson, Michigan held an open house last week. It was an opportunity for the Norton family to showcase their new facility and educate neighbors and consumers about the new operation. Ken and Dale Norton co-own Spartan Wood with their sons Josh and Michael. Dale says they will be able to house 6,000 sows and expect to wean 3,000 piglets a week when their expansion is complete.
They will go to a nursery from here and then on to finishing. There will be some that'll end up in the Clemens plant. So the Clemens moving into the area were kind of the reason we went ahead and made this expansion.
The new Clemens plant in nearby Coldwater will process 10,000 hogs a day. Ernie Miley with the Clemens Food Group says they will need 850 new workers when the plant opens in early September.
So we need 850 people total, and we're starting right now to do a lot of information sessions in the area, just letting people know about the jobs we're bringing to Southwest Michigan, because without a pork processing plant in the state of Michigan, a lot of people don't know our jobs.
Miley says they are excited to work with Spartan Wood because the operation fits their model to work with family farms.
I've just sold that good mare for $13,500. The buyer $117. Give those good people a nice hand.
Another Spartan Spectacular Arabian Horse sale is in the books, and this may be the best one on record. 9 geldings and 5 mares were sold to new owners in Michigan and as far away as Virginia and Colorado, bringing in close to $72,000. The sale is basically the final exam for first-year students taking the spring semester Fundamentals of Horse training class. The money raised from the auction will support the operating expenses of the Horse Teaching and Research Center, as well as provide hands-on opportunities for students. Another extremely important contributor is Friends of the MSU HTRC. The money they raise goes to help support opportunities outside of the classroom that students might not be able to afford on their own. Sue Peters was its president for the past 10 years, and her family owns 4 MSU Arabians.
Different bloodlines, all geldings. And they are, I have to say, without a doubt, the most versatile animals we own. And we utilize them in a variety of different capacities, whether they're lesson ponies, doing the hunter pace, running speed events, high school equestrian team, hunter jumper saddle seat. They've just been amazing horses for our family.
Learn more about the MSU Horse Teaching and Research Center Arabian Horse Breeding Program at msuarabians.com. Addressing the threat of chronic wasting disease in the state's white-tailed deer will be the objective of a new scientific panel created by the Natural Resources Commission. The panel, made up of scientists and experts, are charged with advising the NRC and other agencies on actions which could be implemented to mitigate or eliminate CWD in Michigan. The group will deliver recommendations by December 31st. After recommendations are received, the NRC and DNR will develop a public process to share and receive input on those recommendations. Learn more about chronic wasting disease at the DNR website, michigan.gov/CWD.
Yep, we cover Michigan, from sandbars to sand dunes, cider mills to skiing hills, and farm towns to downtowns. We cover up north, and yep, we know exactly where that is. Yep, we cover Michigan because we're Michigan's insurance company.
The DuPont and Dow Chemical Company merger is one step closer to receiving clearance in China. China's Ministry of Commerce has granted conditional regulatory approval of their proposed merger. Their approval is conditional on DuPont and Dow fulfilling commitments to divesting certain parts of their businesses, which is consistent with commitments they've already made to obtain the European Commission's regulatory approval for the proposed merger. The merger closing is expected between August 1st and September 1st of this year. Joining me now with the market outlook is Michigan Ag Commodities' Chris Betts.
Thanks, Janelle. Wheat has been the biggest story this week. Big gains on Monday off last weekend's storms in the plains were given back Thursday. The Kansas Wheat Tour, moving east to west this week, is projecting average yields as the extent of damage from heavy rains in the eastern part of the state and snow in the west will not be known for another couple weeks. In the meantime, wheat is trading largely sideways with support at the 20-day moving average. Producers should look to make sales on any jump back to the top of recent ranges. Corn followed wheat higher early in the week, but has corrected back lower Thursday. Expect continued choppy sideways trade as planting progress continues around the average. Warmer and drier extended forecasts will help planting conditions. Soybeans have trended higher this week, but gains are being capped by a large South American crop. South American farmers have been stingy sellers in the first quarter of 2017, but are starting to make sales which will pressure U.S. exports. Planting progress, again, will be watched closely by traders. Corn planting delays will be bearish soybeans going forward. For more market information, go to michiag.com. I am Chris Betts with Michigan Agricultural Commodities.
For more news and video, visit MichiganFarmNews.com. With Farm News 5, I'm Janelle Brose. Have a great week of farming.